Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Expansion Pass. We have Andre in the building, Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Derrick, and I, your enlightened and excited host, Eddie V. We are back to talk more Switch 2. Hopefully, you guys got to check out our first discussion about the system, our thoughts about it. Now, since we are all back together, we mentioned a social media thing that Nintendo has a possibility to do. So we're gonna dive deep into that. Corey, I'm gonna let you start it off, and then Andre, you can give your thoughts.
Okay. Yeah. So just to kind of update people on what we're talking about here, there has been a rumor floating around out there that Nintendo is spinning up a TikTok style family friendly app for the Switch 2. So you can upload like videos or screenshots or stuff like that. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be more like Instagram in that way, but that's the idea. And we did talk about it a little bit on Nintendo Power Block a couple weeks ago at this point, by the time this episode comes out. But we just kind of thought it would be a good idea to expand on that idea and see if Nintendo kind of, does what we think they should do in one way or another. And of course, we brought Andre in because he's the master at the short form content. So
yes, sir. Short form salad.
Yeah. Andre,
yes.
You've been up on this type of stuff for a while. What do you think about Nintendo doing that?
So I'll take it back. I'll take it back to like the DS with PictoChat.
Yeah, PictoChat, that's what it was called.
With PictoChat, Street Pass, like those were, I feel like those were some of the coolest features ever. There was nothing cooler than PictoChatting friends in class, like under your desk, like, hey, what's up, man? Right? Like there was nothing cooler than doing Street Pass was insane. So the one I've heard that Nintendo's cooking up for the Switch 2 is like a TikTok style thing, but as Corey mentioned, I personally think something that would be exponentially way better is if on natively your Switch 2, there's an app that you open and the format is like Instagram, where there's like your profile and then all of your friends, and you can make stories in whatever form they choose. But that's just the layout. The format is like Twitter, where like, say for example, if you get an achievement, it'll just post directly to your feed and be like, hey, I beat XYZ. It's done. Cool. Hooray. And then if you even want to go further for a TikTok style short format, you can have like a screen recording of like 30 seconds of, oh, I nearly got first place in Mario Kart. I had to throw a red shell off the wall and it bounced and it hit someone. And then I just zoomed past them. Kind of cool. You could post that. So having all three of those in one app would be insane. That alone would sell me. Honestly, that alone would be one of the coolest things. And to go back to what I said, if they also revived Street Pass and say, Miiverse. So let's say, for example, Instagram thing's not your cup of tea. That's fine. Let's say you open another app and you can have like your me avatar and you can be in like a plaza type esque thing or like a mall or wherever. Let's say
like a Splatoon style hub world almost.
Literally, yeah. Like you can do that. You can customize it, and just all around the world, there's other people, and you can just be like, "Hey, Timmy from Utah. So what are you playing? Oh, I'm playing this. Oh, dude, that's so cool, right?" Let's say, for example, you see 3 other people. You walk over, they're playing Mario Kart. You can ask to be invited to said group and therefore join a random group's Mario Kart game. Right. Like, let's say, for example, you take your Switch 2 to the airport or the mall or wherever, and you open this said Miiverse thing. You are then at a mall in the Miiverse thing, and therefore you can thus further your friendship or something. Or if you're at the mall, you can open the Instagram type-esque app, and therefore you can see what people are doing at the mall on the app. Like, there are so many possibilities. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard dabbles about this, and I honestly hope it's true, because that would be so cool to do. I'd probably spend more time on there than playing games.
It's funny, you're talking about a mix between, like, I don't know if you were kind of paying attention to Nintendo at this point, but like in between the Wii U and the Switch, they're experimenting with not just mobile games but mobile apps in general, and they had their social media app called Miitomo, which is almost exactly what you're talking about.
I have no idea what that is. I'll be very honest. I have no idea.
They retired it after what, a year and a half, because people, like, it was the highest downloaded thing almost ever on iPhone at one point. And then, like,
Really?
after 2 weeks, like, they never really updated it or added features or anything.
What
and, like,
was it exactly?
I mean, you created, you had your Mii in there, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you could, like, buy decorations for your house or buy outfits for your Mii, or somewhat interact with others and invite them over to your house to hang out. But like, you could wave at them. You couldn't, like, talk to them, right? Because it's Nintendo. But that kind of sounds a little bit like what you're talking about. And
I had no idea.
I think the Splatoon style hub world would actually be like the better solution to that.
Yeah, I think just having like a hub would really solidify like a community type thing. It'd be like having Discord, but like a 3D version of it, because then you could hop in it and just be like, let's go into here, let's go over there, type of thing.
Yeah. It also almost sounds like PlayStation Home at some point.
That's exactly what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
But done right.
God, PlayStation Home.
I liked it for a bit. It was cool. The idea of PlayStation Home is cool.
Yeah. Too early. Metaverse wasn't a thing back then.
True.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, this whole social media thing integrated. And then, Corey, you mentioned that Nintendo has recently released an app that has taken the world by storm.
Yeah. The Nintendo Music app.
Yes, which I am a very big fan of.
Yeah. It's I mean, I think that would be really cool if you're like the cool thing about this social media app on the Switch 2 would be like, if you're listening to Nintendo Music, right? And I think first of all, I want to say that whatever this app is on the Switch 2, I think you have to have a mobile app that's comparable, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just think you have to.
Like, it would be cool is if on the Switch 2 you're listening to a theme and you pause it and pick up your phone and continue.
Yeah, that. But also, if you're listening to music that you haven't listened to before, or like you really like what you're listening to, you could share it on the app, and then people can click the song and go straight to it.
And
add it to their playlist or a playlist or something.
Or to backpack off that, you pick a song and you add it to your profile, so when someone visits your profile, that theme plays.
Yeah. And I was telling Corey when we were talking about this on Pop Block, is that with Japan being a big country with a lot of people playing on their phones and using social media, Nintendo could really benefit of having their own social media platform worldwide and everything.
Yeah. And like, say for example, if that isn't on the Switch, if you have like an app where you can see where people are gathering, then you can go there and then hop into the app. That way you kind of like know where people are.
Yeah. You know what would be really cool too is like, you could have some sort of like translator built in too. Like if you're playing with a game with someone and you find out they're from like Germany or Japan or something.
Yeah,
like,
it says what they say and then it gets translated.
Translated. Yeah. I mean, this because man, Pokemon would be a big thing on this app.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Pokemon
would thrive.
Dude, you want to say when Pokemon comes out, you catch a rare Pokemon or something, or you want to trade a Pokemon and somebody needs it, somebody can just ping you and say, "Hey, jump on, I'll trade you real quick" or something, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be incredible.
Or like
Or hey, I need help in this raid. Can someone come? Yeah, I got you. Easy.
yeah, like if Monster Hunter comes out and you put a ping out on the social media app and say, "Hey, I'm looking for somebody to play Monster Hunter with. Come join me on this hunt," or whatever.
It basically prints itself. It's like it's crazy to it's fun to think of, but I don't want to get too excited because I'm like, what if it's not true?
But I mean,
it's all hypothetical and possibilities.
I think the thing is like Nintendo Music, I think you have to subscribe to NSO to access it,
which is fair.
Like most of the features, right? Like, I mean, I wonder if you could access like basic features on your mobile device, like I don't know,
like seeing where people gather. That could be like
or like thing. Even like leaving a basic message, like no photos or videos or anything, just like the basic.
Yeah, but having like music for a theme, inviting to a party, all of like the higher end features, I would not be surprised if they're like, yeah, you have to be a member, which is fine.
Yeah, because you have to pay to play online anyway,
right? So,
right. And I'm like, if you get the expansion pass with them, you kind of get more features and stuff.
Or like maybe that's if you're an expansion pass member, maybe you get like a badge, almost like Twitter verification, right?
Yeah,
so like maybe you just have like a badge that says I'm an expansion pass member or whatever.
And maybe they could be like, hey, you know, if you want this person to be your friend, here's their QR code and stuff. Like they probably could implement QR codes within the Switch 2 and within the app.
Yeah. And if you if you download the app to your mobile device, you can find your contacts that have this also in there. Like the way that Instagram does, right? Like, do you want to upload your contacts and find other people that use this or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because that would definitely help with people finding players for multiplayer games. So, you know, a club for Mario Party or Mario Kart 9 or some fighting game or something like a Smash community. Like I think there's so many things that app can offer with it. And definitely with how people connect on social media with gaming, like, and Nintendo can always curate it. You know, they already know. Don't come in this mug acting foolish. Don't be this, that, or we will ban you.
This is more of a pipe dream, but it'd be really cool if it's like a Splatoon type hub. In the hub, there's different shops, and all the shops have like different logos. So say, for example, like one's like a Mario Kart 9 logo, one is like a Super Smash one, and you go into that shop, and that's where all of like the Mario Kart people are. Yeah, that's where all the Super Smash. That would be cool.
Yeah, like almost like a visual representation of an online lobby almost.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That would be insane.
Yeah.
But like that's a pipe dream, but that's a wicked pipe dream.
Is it though? Because they kind of did that on the Wii U already.
Yeah.
See, like I know, but I don't want to get too hyped up, but I know the possibility is really there.
Yeah, and they do that in Splatoon already. Like the idea is there. You just slap Mii's on it instead of Squid Kids, and you're already there. You know?
Yeah, and like
pretty much,
and like maybe change the Mii's a bit, and make them have like cool outfits. Like you could earn, say if you beat Mario Kart 9, say if you beat like a time trial, you can get like a racer suit that your Mii can literally wear in the lobby.
Yeah, maybe like if they implemented like that stamp collection system, the achievement system.
Yeah,
you get rewards by completing certain achievements.
Yeah, and like instead of you could redeem your points, like your Nintendo Online points for IRL things, you could redeem them for digital things like cool outfits or like or different themes. I don't know, it's anything.
I actually would like it also, like on the weekends, it's tournament day or tournament night. And you just go online and you can watch people, you can watch the Splatoon tournaments that they have in.
Oh, that
and just sit back and just, sit back and watch it on your TV and just see how the tournament goes. And with your Nintendo app, You could be like, give applause, be like, yeah, go team, and root for them while
Yeah, that
while
would
watching
be
it.
that'd be cool if
You
like you
know,
walk into like the Mario Kart shop and there's a tournament going on and you can just watch it as a spectator.
yeah.
That I didn't even think of that. See, that would be that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean that way Nintendo's still under control.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about money or anything, but you can see people coming in and like hosting tournaments. And the tournament is just to be fun. You put a
Yeah.
tournament thing in their game. They're not trying to win prizes or money. They're not trying to make money off you. You just
Mhm.
go in and you watch it and have a good night, and then that's it.
And that might entice you to buy the game
Yeah.
if you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and incorporate. This is going back to now. This is incorporating the Wii stuff. How you used to vote for everything, the Wii channel, the Wii voting.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Why not incorporate that? Because people used to vote a lot and couldn't wait to see the results.
Yeah. There's so many things they could do with this one idea. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And the
And the way
app
they
will
could
grow.
tie everything
Oh,
together too, right? Like the way they could literally tie everything together would be
right.
just
And the app will just grow and update over time. So
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and say, for example, again, if you're like at the mall and you brought your Switch and it like shakes and you open it and it's, user 450 give you a wave, right? It's just like if you pass by someone or something, like it's just small things like that would make it cool.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not even the Nintendo store in New York. There's could be benefits, or Nintendo World at Universal. Like there's benefits with the app that people could use or to switch to that they could get.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
say
mean, you could get exclusive access to things at Universal, right?
yeah. Like say
Mhm.
if you bring your Switch to a Nintendo store, you get like a special icon or like a special outfit or an in-game thing or anything.
Right. Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. There's so many cool things you could do with this. Because they've already tried that with those wristbands you get there, right? They're considered amiibo, and you can unlock things in games with their wristbands from the theme parks.
Actually? Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Man,
Yeah.
this is where I really wish we could have a whole discussion on the theme parks, but like
I've never been.
this is the thing where like Nintendo should have just made their own theme parks. They should not have gone with Universal.
If they made their own theme park, it'd basically pay for itself.
Yeah, or if like they did go with Universal, it would be their own park. It wouldn't be a subsection of a subsection of a park.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they could easily open up a park with a Mario Land, Donkey Kong Land, Zelda Land, Metroid Prime. Like they could easily do, and it would pay for itself.
Well, like I was telling Ed, you could, if you look at like Disney World or Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
And you think of like the Magic Kingdom or whatever, you see the castle in the middle. Oh, that's Peach's castle in the middle.
Easy.
And like, okay, well, Tomorrowland. Oh, if you equate that to Nintendo franchises, okay, so that's Metroid, that's Star Fox, that's F-Zero, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to Adventureland. Oh, that's Donkey Kong. That's
Zelda.
nah, I would actually put Zelda in like a Fantasyland type thing.
Yeah,
like,
I would probably.
Oh,
like it would be more, or like a Frontierland type thing. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of different things of like how Disney kind of makes their different
subsections.
Their subsections, but then like the things within those subsections work, like Peter Pan and Dumbo are kind of in the same part of the park, right? And like, why would you ever think those go together? Or like, Aladdin and Tarzan and Jungle Book are all in the same section, and they kind of go in Adventureland, right? So like, and Indiana Jones is in Adventureland at Disneyland. So like, those are all franchises that don't go together, but they go together within the themes of the park. And so like,
and you're trying to correlate that to Nintendo stuff and like have it mesh well.
Yeah. And like you could have like Kirby, Splatoon, Animal
Nest.
Crossing in one section of the park, right? I think
How
having
cool would it be for you to be walking around the park and there's just a Kirby? How cool would
Yeah.
that be?
Yeah.
I would run up to Kirby. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, Kirby will probably be the first thing that everybody will be trying to go to. I'm sorry, Mario and Zelda, but everybody be like, "Oh, I got to get to Kirby." Because
Yeah.
the thing about it is, the Kirby store in a Kirby land, the merchandise is going to be gone. People
Yeah.
are going to pay them coins for that Kirby stuff.
You are a little girl. You walk around the corner and see Princess Peach and Princess Zelda. You will scream.
My daughter, like, she didn't know there was a Nintendo theme park,
Yeah.
and like she knows, and like it's really close to Disney World, and like she wants to go, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to spend like $400 just to go there for 2 hours, but
Yeah. But yeah, no, like again, like as a kid, as an adult, you walk around a corner and see some of your favorite Nintendo people just walking around, you will lose it.
yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
lose it, right?
Yeah.
I walk around the corner and see Mario, Luigi, Yoshi. I'm gonna walk up and be like, "This is awesome. This is
Yeah.
crazy." Right? I come around the corner and I see Star Fox. I'm gonna walk up and shake his hand and be like, "Thank you for saving the universe."
Yeah.
Right?
Especially
Like
all the people with all the Yoshis and everything.
yeah, you could have all the colored Yoshis walking around together.
Yeah. It would
It's
be
just- It'd be crazy.
yeah, I just I'm kind of disappointed in how they handled the theme park thing, and I wonder if they had the chance to do it over, if they would or not.
I think so.
I-
I hope so.
Or like whatever their next attempt at the theme park thing is, they do it on their own, or like they convince Universal that they need their own park.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
God, I can't believe they're shoving all of that into Epic Universe. It angers me so much.
Ugh.
It angers me.
Hmm.
Anyways,
But yeah, that the social media thing I think is a big W if they do it correctly. If they do it correctly.
yeah, and I think I think they can.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will.
Yep.
It
needs to be handled correctly and updated regularly.
Yes. The thing I was telling Ed at, I forget at which point we were talking about this at, I guess it was yesterday. But the thing about Nintendo is they have every chance to do it right. And Nintendo is always a company that tries to do things the correct way if they're going to do something.
Yeah.
And they've experimented with it before, and they found some success in certain aspects of it.
Yeah.
I think those early attempts are the experiments for what they could build with this thing, right?
Oh yeah.
And I think like PlayStation and Xbox and even Google and Amazon, right? Like they have their game parts of the company, right? But those are not the primary parts of their company. Nintendo's only thing
only
is
MO
video games.
in game.
Yeah. Or like
hardware.
Yeah, that's their whole thing, right? Their theme parks are based off the games. Their movies are based off the games. Their toys are based off their games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anyone has the guts to do something like this, it's Nintendo.
Not even the guts, but the mindset.
Yeah. So I'm all in on this cool thing if they do it correctly. Like Andre said, though, they have to do it correctly.
It has to be managed correctly. They have to do it correctly, and it has to be updated regularly and taken care of, because it can go, since it's a social media thing, it can go south very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I think they've done it, like we have just talked about, Me Plaza, PictoChat, Street Pass. Like they've done stuff, but now with the Nintendo company that they are, I think they can take what they've learned and bring it into a culmination of one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that would separate the Switch and the Switch 2 hugely.
Yeah.
That would separate, oh, okay, this is the 1 and this is the 2. And this is, again, another reason to get the Switch 2, because you can use this app.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you're trying to appeal to a new kind of, I guess, the social media TikTok generation, right? Like,
Yeah.
what better way to do it than kind of implementing your own version right on the system?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
Because like think of all the new users you're gonna get
Yeah.
with the Switch 2. So
Yeah. I also wonder if that's what that third button is on that Joy-Con, is a capture button. And I wonder if there's
I've
going to be
heard
some.
it's like like a chat button or a community button.
Mhm.
That's what I've heard.
Well, it could be that, like, if you plug like a USB-C webcam into the top of the Switch,
mm-hmm.
it
Or
gives a
say, for example, if you're playing a game, that button opens like the social media app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like an instant share type thing.
Yeah. And then Corey, you were talking about how when you boot up the Switch, the news feed could be like the social media feed.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and like that, and the cool thing too is like the news feed could just be implemented into the social media app, because you would follow Nintendo, right? Like,
Yeah, obviously.
and then you get these third party companies on board, and you could start following the companies you want to follow. Like, oh, I'm going to follow Square Enix because the next Final Fantasy game is coming out, or the next Octopath is coming out, or I can follow Xbox and see which Xbox games are coming to Switch 2, right? Like,
Yeah.
that
And
would be really cool.
Something we didn't talk about, but I want to get your guys' opinion on. So since the dock is like, since there's a bit of the screen showing on the Switch 2 docked, do you think that maybe now you could get like live updates or like a clock in like dock mode, or just like be like, oh hey, user 456 just shared this, or like, do you think we might get like live notifications, how like Apple, like iPhones do it?
I think you're going to get some sort of notification ticker bar at the top at some point. Maybe not at launch, but at some point.
Yeah, like after an update.
Like, even if your console's off, you're not going to get it. But if it's in sleep mode, right, or plugged into the TV, right, like, I think you're going to see that ticker run at the top at some point, or like at least light up and say, hey, your friend got on, or hey, updates for this game or this app is ready.
Yeah, something simple. And that could be further customized too if you want it.
Yeah.
Having the Nintendo coin chime going off.
Yeah. Yeah. I want I want these and you know what else, like the weird you could implement all the other things Nintendo does too, like Alarmo. You could implement into this app, or like which they will no doubt do a Ring Fit Adventure 2. Right?
Oh yeah.
And like you could tie your, like, if you want to, your weight loss or your progress on the app, and share it with people. Nintendo World Championships, you could update people through this app with your scores instantly. Like,
yeah, the Nintendo ecosystem could literally be like the Apple one if they do it correctly.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's what I think they want to be, a mixture of Apple and Disney.
Yeah, because like there's really no place to put your pictures since they got rid of Twitter.
I have so many pictures. I don't know what to do with them.
And your video stuff that you can record for some of your gameplay, like there's really no place to put them at. There's a lot of steps to get them on there, but with the old Switch app, Switch 2 app of their own, that'd be the place where you could put everything. So those be your tips and tricks to help people in games. And thing, and like you mentioned, Corey, with Ring Fit Adventure 2 to show your progress, and probably for people who are trying to lose weight and need help and stuff, like this would be a good health thing for them, for the community, for people who want to lose weight. Now, praying that we don't have another pandemic in the future, but this would be a good way for people not only to buy Nintendo products and be able to tell about their experience, but everybody will be able to get more out of not just Switch 2, but with the social media. There's a lot of potential there.
And you could tie that into your Alarmo. I don't know how, I haven't played with an Alarmo yet, but like, you could tie that into like oh, it's time for my workout, and Alarmo wakes you up to do your workout on Ring Fit
Yeah.
or Fitness
Yeah.
Boxing or whatever. You do that, when you're done, it automatically updates people on your app. Or like, how Apple Watches have that fill your ring up for your runs, your daily or weekly runs or whatever. Like,
Yep.
they could
Yeah.
do all of that within the Switch ecosystem.
Yeah.
And it would just work. And it would be the only other place that a closed ecosystem would work.
Yeah, it's like the potential's there, and it's scary because it's like they could do a lot with it.
Yeah. But it would be cool. Like
Oh, it'd be very cool.
I would
Yeah.
really actually like that a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else we could say about this thing. I guess like do we really think it's going to happen? I guess is the next question.
If there's possibilities that it could happen. I think we don't see it out the gate when Switch 2 releases. I
No, I think they
like I
want the
mentioned-
system to function first.
Well, yeah, and I think with some updates and with time and making sure that they get everything right, like Andre said, I think this would be a good thing to release. I would say spring of 2026.
Yeah, I can see that. I was like, man, 2026, that's so far away, but it's less than a year. Oh my gosh, it sounds so far
Right.
away.
Yeah.
And
I think
that'd
this
be
one needs to live first and just have a life.
Yeah.
yes. So, well, everybody, that's gonna be it for this expansion pass. Thank you, Andre. Thank you,
for having me.
Corey. Let us know, what would you guys like to see on the Switch 2 app if Nintendo made one of their own social media? What would be some good things to add to the feature, and how quickly would you sign on if it didn't require NSO? That'd be a good thing to hear about. With that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Expansion Pass. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Take care.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.